Everybody good?
Yeah.
We
Ready?
live, baby.
You're now tapped into What Kind of Party? Episode 20. The big 2-0. We're getting doubles now. We're getting not 10, we got 20
Wow.
now. We in here.
Digit.
We got two amazing guests in the computer. We're back virtual again. We got DJ F.M.I. and we got Qiana, the host of VPR Radio. What's going on? How's everybody feeling?
The purple goddess.
The goddess. Thank you. Put the respect on. Put the respect on her name.
She's so many things, so many great things. So it's hard to pick.
I appreciate you.
How's everybody feeling? What's going on?
Feeling great, just another manic Monday. But
Yeah.
happy to be here, right?
I'm feeling the same way, Qiana. I'm glad to be here. I know last time we tried to set this up and we were ready for it, and now we're here, so I'm here. I'm all energy.
Love it.
Yeah.
Simone, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. We finally got Qiana and F.M.I
I know.
in the building. We got past our technical difficulties, scheduling conflicts and everything, and we are here, I'm feeling good.
Word.
Now we just got to get you guys booked on VPR, and then we're good.
Love that.
Yes, and it comes
Love
full
it.
circle.
Yeah.
So we start every episode. We like to tap into our mental, everything that's going on in life. We like to put a number on it, 1 through 10, just kind of saying everything that's going on. So, Simone, if you'd like to start it up.
Okay, so I'm feeling really good today. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit, but I'm feeling really good because I finished my first original song. So I feel great. I'm gonna give myself I said a 10 yesterday, but I was kind of capping, but I'll give myself a 9.
I know you were capping. I called you out for your cap. I called that out. And you said, no. I said, no, I'm calling you out.
Super cap, but I had to stand firm. I was capping OD, but whatever. But
I love it.
Good day.
All right. So what are you at right now? What are you at?
I give myself a 9.5 because
All
it's not mastered. It's just finished.
You're feeling good.
And I feel good about it.
I love it.
That. I love it. Qiana, would you like to go next?
Sure, I'm gonna definitely give it a whole 10. No cap.
Oh,
I'm feeling
no cap. She said no cap after. You heard that?
We'll check with her next episode because I was capping last episode.
Cap. I get it though. Like sometimes you gotta cap it till you make it, right?
Exactly.
Cap the 10, but no. I'm tired. We all have things that can keep us like, oh, okay, but I feel great mentally. I'm definitely a 10.
Awesome.
Love it.
And as for me, guys, as you can look behind me, I'm in San Francisco. I'm in the Bay. I can't be feeling any better. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm not going front here. It is a manic Monday. You know what I mean? On my side, I got, events going on and things going on with the podcast, and I was just excited to be here as a guest. So we here though.
I love it. Everybody's feeling high energy. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I agree. I'm up here too. I'm about a 9.5. I'm coasting over here. It's funny because when we first started this pod, I've been about 9.2, 9.5 consistently. And the lowest I've been on the pod was that time we had an episode right after we had technical difficulties here.
Oh my God.
I was so I wasn't stressed, but
that,
to my core was just oh my goodness, I'm annoyed that I haven't whatever. But I'm still coasting.
Just a 9 at itself. Most people, if you ask them how are you from 0 to 1 to 10, they don't even go that high.
No, I agree.
They don't even answer the question. They just start
7.1.
Yeah.
And they're not, and they're tapping. They're usually 5. I'm you can bring those numbers up, Pete.
I'm coasting now. I'm definitely coasting. So I feel good. I'm glad everybody feels good. I love the energy. In the computer, I love the energy.
Yeah.
It's dope. All right, so let's get into y'all podcast. I want to hear the origin story of that because we were just talking a little bit before. You said it's been about 4 years, which is insane.
Yeah.
So how did that start, and let's talk about how it started first.
Okay. Well, so F.M.I and I had known each other for a long time because I used to co-produce this live show, and when he was an A&R at Convict Music, he used to come out every month and support and look for artists and whatnot. And I started doing radio. I kind of stumbled into it. Somebody asked me to be a guest co-host and somebody else asked me. And then someone else asked me. And when I came and did theirs, they were like, well, we need you to stay. But then some conflict arose, some jealousies and stuff. And I wasn't happy with it anymore. And it wasn't my show. So I didn't have any, say, if you will. And I I didn't feel, you know how we're all like at a 9 and a 10. I wasn't in that 10 energy when I was going anymore. And I was like, I'm not making money off of this. So this is not doing it for
That's
me
a fact.
to be low vibrational. So I started working with another DJ, and then he started doing a live show. So every week I would need a DJ, and I reached out to DJ F.M.I, and he came through and he did that show, and our synergy was off the charts. I was like, yo, no funny shit, but like, this is better than the DJ that I'm doing the show with. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to all DJs though. You know what I mean? We ain't
Shout out
DJ
to
bashing.
all the
You know what I
DJs.
mean?
Absolutely. And all love, but from a synergy standpoint, like, and I think because we had a history and the vibe was always just so dope, you know, it worked out well. So fast forward down the line, I had stopped doing radio, and I just had people keep reaching out to me like, hey, when are you gonna get back on the radio? And I was like, oh no, people encouraging me to do a show, and I was like, I'm gonna do a show. Who am I gonna get to DJ? So eventually I started turning my wheels, and I was like, all right, if there's gonna be a show, it's gotta be with like the dopest person in the world that I know I'm not gonna have any jealousy issues with. I know there's not gonna be any like competitiveness, you know, where we could be cohesive. And I reached out to F.M.I, and he said yes. And it felt like a marriage. Like, will you start with me? You know?
No, that's so funny.
He said yes.
You know what I mean? And from that day on, we just took off from the ground running. We started out in Brooklyn, on St. James Place, to be exact, the birthplace of Biggie. You know what I mean? Not too far from the Barclays.
Now it's Christopher Wallace Way. It's actually been.
See, they had to change it after we left. You know what I mean?
know,
Take
right?
a picture. But yeah, so we were in the basement there running the show. I was doing some of the engineering, running the boards and doing the camera work. Qiana was heading the mics and having the guests in, and we were just getting so much quality guests, and so many people were just reaching out to us every week and showing love. I think which news reached out to us? Was it CNN? We had one of them watching it, one of the analysts watching it on our lives.
Journal.
Yeah, from the Wall Street Journal, and and with the guests that we were getting, it was a blessing. And now we're here 4 years later, bigger and better things. The guest list keeps getting bigger, sponsorships keep rolling in, and we're all smiles.
I think the beautiful thing too about when we first started our show, because we talked about guests, and I said, you know what, let's go a few weeks without a guest. Let's kind of just have our vibe. That didn't last. When I tell you guests were beating down the door, I was like, what the hell? We're always booked 3 months in advance or more. Always, consistently, no matter what. We take a hiatus, we come back, we're booked. You know what I mean? So it's definitely been a blessing, but I think it's also been just such a great reveal on this is the path we're supposed to be on. You know, my weaknesses are definitely his strengths, and vice versa. So it's so cohesive, because if I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do this editing, he's like, I already edited it. Like, it's done.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like also, before we had the technical difficulty from before, I know we were speaking about passion. And when it comes to this, on the nights where we had 2 viewers on YouTube, even when there's still 2 viewers or whatever the case may be, and we get it out and it does well on other platforms, it's the passion that drives me. It's the fact that after I finish an episode on VPR, people contact me and say, hey, I was listening to you in my car. I was listening to you in my doctor's office. And it's like therapy for me. Like your voice and you and Qiana, like I listen and I feel like you took a burden off of me. And that's what drives me. Because on the days where I'm down and out, I look at my phone right now and I got a guy, I forgot his name exactly. He's from Argentina, and he contacts me weekly. F.M.I, you're great. And he tags Qiana, and I love that.
That's Augustine from Argentina.
Yeah, and he's amazing.
He loves him some Qiana the Goddess and DJ F.M.I and VPR. We appreciate you, bro.
And when you see those videos that's coming in and people saying, you know, you changed their day and you helped them get past on a Thursday, that's priceless. You can't put a price on that.
Priceless. I agree. I see so much of me and Simone in you guys, I swear. Even like you guys saying you had like the history before and everything, and just see, and like that response is exactly how like we started too. Is like, even if we just have our message out to one person, that one person listens and says like, and it's just amazing. Like even getting that feedback back, it's just like, it just feels great. Like it just feels amazing.
And I think it does feel so amazing is because we all have this positive energy that you don't necessarily get. Like there's a lot of podcasts that are out. There's a lot of conversations that are being had, but like, what's the depth of the conversation, right? I love that the fact that you guys had Jalen on and he was talking about hope, how was like,
I've seen that clip.
about that.
I've seen that clip.
Talking about the law of attraction and really co-creating your life, you got to watch your verbiage, B. You have to be very, very meticulous and very straightforward about what you want, very intentional with how you speak. And these are things that you're going to hear on, like, you know, some of the other podcasts. They're talking about party and this and that and yada yada.
And, you know what I mean? The clickbait titles, you know what I'm saying? And I know as creators, we could all just drive down that road and just grab a title and put Tory Lane's doing this or Chris Brown doing this or but it's not about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I think the biggest thing too is just like staying authentic to the message and staying authentic to who we are too, because the people, you know, we sending out those high vibrations and the law of attraction, you'll send those same people to what we're doing. So you don't need to be extravagant. We don't need to clickbait. We don't need to do those things, because the people who we want to view are going to listen to the message and they're going to, you know, take it and do with it what they will and spread it the way that they do. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's not. You don't have to go so hard to be like positive.
If you're that guy, you're that guy or that guy.
Right. And they're gonna find you. And we don't chase, right? We attract. So we're searching for people that are on a certain, you know, vibration, that have a certain mindset, or at least are ready to cross upon that path. They're looking for something better. You know, we're living in a very dark world and some dark times. If we can't spread positivity and hopefully make people feel better while we make ourselves feel better. I mean, F.M.I and I know we've had, especially live times, he's stuck in traffic, I'm this and that, and we getting in, it's like, oh my God, 2 minutes, and we're like, and then, hey, welcome to the radio. Click right on, you know, and then we feel better. So like, even if we started and we were feeling hurried or rushed, we feel better, we feel good. You know, there's never a time that I don't complete an episode of VPR and I don't feel great. And it doesn't matter how I felt beforehand. I always feel better afterwards. So that tells me everything I need to know.
I love it. What is like something that you guys have learned from that start 4 years ago to now? Like, what's that hard thing that you guys had to overcome that was like, wow?
I'm gonna let F.M.I tackle that one.
Oh, wow. All right. So the thing I found, what saved me is, what I learned is, no matter what I do as in my personal life as DJ F.M.I, as that entity, when I come to VPR, it's a different glow. So I treat it with a different energy, just like I treat my DJing. And throughout the years of that happening, I gained much more of a respect for VPR as a brand, where I love it as if it's my child. You know what I mean? And that's what I've learned throughout these years. If you treat it like your project, like it's your child, and you really care, you sprinkle it every day, just by a little bit, posting, even though it's a job, you know what I mean? The little things count and they add up, because that's the reason people click back the next week, the next hour, the next video, because you didn't give up that first month no one watched. You're here 4 years later, and they could depend on you as that source where they could watch. That's what I learned. Just treat it like it's your child.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, the passion for what we do is so real. I think there's been a lot of lessons down the line, you know, learning on the spot to just
people canceling. That was the thing. Well, a few seconds before the show.
That's the great thing about our energy. Like, we pivot so easily, guest or no guest, we're gonna get the show popping. And especially when we were live and F.M.I could do his whole set. I mean, you guys gotta, if you haven't seen him in person at anywhere, whether it's VPR or like in person at a club, he does his thing. He's about to DJ my girl's wedding. So
I was about to say, you might have to DJ my wedding.
Hey man, I mean, I'll send you over the link. I'll show you everything we offer, man.
Yes. Definitely want F.M.I and RTM Entertainment DJing your wedding. They're fantastic. I think for me, the biggest thing has been learning how beautiful it is to really nurture relationships. You know, it's not something that I didn't recognize before, but a lot of our guests, right, came as a product of a relationship I had in the past, or F.M.I had, even necessarily people that we hadn't talked to in years that then began reaching out to us to reach the platform. And then also the synergy and the appreciation for F.M.I. Like, it's so rare, you see shows, it's just like a music group. You rarely see music groups stick together, as somebody wants to be the lead singer, right?
Somebody want to be Beyonce. Let's say it, all right? Nobody wants to not be Beyonce.
The beautiful thing with F.M.I and I is there's none of that. It takes me back to a conversation I had a few months ago. Someone asked me on their podcast, and after I was a guest on their podcast, they were like, yo, you should be doing your own this and that and that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I have VPR radio. They're like, yeah, but you, blah, blah, blah. And I said, let me tell you something. There would never be a time that I would go and do something else in the world of radio podcasting to pop off without my partner. I said, because we're both Beyonce. You feel me? So Beyonce goes. That's it.
Yeah, and a testament to that is she had me right there next to, shout out to Team Money, when we was at the Barclays for the what was it, the 50th anniversary of MTV.
Absolutely.
Yo, MTV, amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nurturing relationships like that is what gained us access to cover that and just to be there and experience it.
Video music box with Uncle Ralph and Nas, my future husband.
Does he know that? Qiana?
Locked eyes too. Let me tell you something.
And that man doesn't age, man. What kind of party is it? They don't age.
They don't. It's a beautiful melanin.
Man, I love this loyalty. That makes me so happy. Like that genuinely like makes me happy. I'm happy that you guys have been going for 4 years. It's still going. Like that. I love that. Like I don't even have words because I love that so much.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
back to
fun.
what you guys said too about, people wanting to split up the brand. It's like taking a dumbbell and only taking one side of the weights. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's still weight, but it's not the whole thing.
Right.
So, I mean,
And we both have our separate lives and our separate businesses and brands. So that's the beauty, is that we're both so extremely passionate and diligent about VPR, about investing our time, about investing our money and our energy, going out and doing these things together. He went out and covered a Bia concert the other day. I couldn't do it, but I got the invite and I said, partner, if you can go and do it, we make things happen. If he can't arrive and I can do it, and vice versa, but we always do try to do things together because we really are the brand. But there's definitely, and we're Libras. If y'all don't know about Libras are loyal. So
go find one, a good one.
You find it, but we're not loyal to disloyalty. You feel me? But like if you have a friendship in me and we have a genuine friendship, like F.M.I and I always have, we've never had an argument. Like let's be real. We don't disagree. We don't have no behind the scenes drama. It's never. Okay. And it's like if somebody falls off the map in our circle or whatever immediate circle, it's like, oh, I don't deal with them. It's like, oh, well, we don't deal with them anymore, and that's fine.
And there's a few of them. You be all right. You don't need it. You be all
right. No, I love that. Even like you said, like venture out. Like yesterday, I did a podcast and Simone couldn't do it, but like I was talking for the both of us, and it's just like I feel like you guys have that relationship where you can do that, and you trust her or you trust him to do that. Like Simone's like, okay, you go on, I can't. It's like it works out, and it's just that makes everything so much more smooth. Like everything about it makes it so much more smooth.
Guys, can I be honest real quick?
Yeah.
Just this in all honesty, I wish I could be in that studio. When I seen that studio and everybody on that couch and y'all looking all comfortable, I was
know,
like,
right?
the next interview we have, okay? I gotta be in that studio to be turning up with y'all.
A yellow comfy chair, right? I know.
Look at that comfy chair. I need that chair right now in my life.
You have to. It's in my mom's coffee shop upstate, and you told me that you're gonna be doing work up here, so you don't have an excuse.
Yeah, I have been. Trust me, I just be low key with my life. You know what I mean? I try to pop up on the gram and just post events and what we're doing.
You should.
People are crazy out here.
Whenever you stop by.
What they don't know they can't hate on, right? That's right.
Yes. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Not all things need to be said.
No.
You can just produce the results. It's fine.
Yes. Drop bombs on them, right?
Exactly. Right. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Like Beyonce's Lemonade, right? Nobody was expecting that.
And I was having a conversation earlier, guys. I don't know how you protect your energy, but today before I had this podcast, I had 20 minutes to get ready. I'm setting up the computer. I'm like, where's my backdrop? My backdrop's in another place in New York right now. I don't have that. I can't drive 40 miles. I can't do it. So I turned off my phone beforehand, and I turned it right back on just to answer you guys, just in an effort to protect my peace. Now, you know what I mean? What do you guys do individually just to protect your peace? Because I definitely want to ask that just while I'm here.
Great
Interesting
question.
that you just said that because Mike was like, "Hey, I'm in here at 6:45," and I'm like, "Great, I'll be on at 7." So I needed to protect my peace in that moment.
Because I need to protect my peace.
And relax before I potted. So I do. When I have time and I know I have time, I take my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
need those moments to myself, especially before conversations like that. So I get like carried away in whatever else I was doing. So just taking a
Does
moment.
that translate to when you perform also?
Yeah, especially so because when I first started getting on stage and things like that, I would get extremely nervous, like top of the day. But I've been able to
You
kind of
fooled
like
me at
push that.
Microsoft.
Well, I appreciate that because I
Of
was
course.
You snitched right on, honey. I
Yes.
said,
I'll never forget it. Guys, I have it on my Instagram, but when she started to perform, which I didn't even know she sang when I was in Microsoft, What Kind of Party Podcast, and when she started to sing, I have never broke my neck. And I hear artists all the time, I have showcases throughout the years here, and I said, what?
we both got
like,
with last
and then
partner on that one.
I'm like, we in the middle of the city, and she's hitting high notes with headphones on, just sitting down casually. I'm just like, okay.
Writing in
And
the notebook.
then the camera pans around and right into the shot, and I'm sitting here behind the scenes, blown away by this. I'm like, all right, this is how it started. I got to come with my A game. I'm on camera my whole life, but I'm like, I got to come with my A game. She's here for it. I'm like, I got to be here. But yeah, I just had to throw that
That's
out.
funny.
And I do remember your energy afterwards, and it really inspired me. So thank you so much.
Amazing
So
singer.
much.
Amazing.
And I love Mekon because if that's not a peace protecting environment, right?
Yeah, man.
What is?
Talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so glad that you asked that, partner, because on a day-to-day basis, we need to find ways to protect and manage our peace. And that goes for every single individual. There's too many moving parts in all of our lives. And whether it be even just a moment of somebody bumping into you hard or whatever, you have to choose to protect your peace in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
I have them all the time, and I can be very reactionary, so especially when people touch me. Physical touch, you don't know me, you bump into me or come and tap me or something, I can become a little bit volatile.
A little bit New York for you. Feel me? You know what I mean? Like, bro, my Tim's is outside.
New York, Libra, 1994, Qiana. That's when Kiki's like, what?
Earrings, Vaseline. What are we doing right now?
I'm putting my hair in a bun, So for me, I think also in protecting my peace, I make sure that I'm projecting that also. You know how some people can project negativity onto others. I try to project all my positivity. So even if people are in a bad mood, you walk into a store and they're like, yeah, blah, blah. I'm like, and how are you today? Good morning. Are you okay? How you doing? And
you want to mess somebody up,
I
ask
had
them
a
about
bad
the day.
morning and blah, 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 blah. I just did it the other day in Popeyes. I swear to God, this lady was like on 10. On 10.
Especially in Popeyes. Everybody always mad in Popeyes. Nobody can ever get their food fast enough.
Sandwich. They don't want to pay no thing.
And there's only 2 people at the counter. It don't matter if it's 100 people in the store. It's only 2.
Oh my God, it was so funny. The chef was back there trying to make it happen, right? And I rarely even eat fast food. My kids want to eat it, nonetheless. So he's delivering the wrong stuff. She's like, I asked for this and you gave this and blah, blah, blah. So she comes, she's like, yes, next. I saw, oof. So I came and I was like, and how are you? Good evening. How are you doing? You feeling good? And she was like, yeah, it's just, blah, blah, blah. And she took her like 30 seconds to vent about it. And then she was just lovely and loveliness. And, she even was like, I got him to make half spicy for you. And she was like, no, we keep the tenders half spicy. She was like, half spicy just for you. I said, oh, love you, girl.
Yeah.
Service.
She wasn't ready to give any service when I hit her. She was ready to give people the business, So but sometimes we have to transfer that loving, peaceful energy onto others. For me, to protect my peace, besides blocking people, which I'm very much known for. In fact, Velvet started calling me Block Qiana. Okay, that's
as you should.
That's how often I block people. But I think you just have to know who is vibrating here with you, who's under, and then just kind of manage those people accordingly. You know, whether it's minimal contact or it can be a lot. People will really leech on your energy, man.
I agree. That's very similar to my answer too. Like my answer would probably not tap out of the situation, but kind of just reflect back on myself and like, is this person worth it? Like my mom always used to say, like growing up, like don't stoop down to someone's level. So like, let me tap myself out and let me not make myself worse because of that, because that will mess my peace up if I'm making myself worse to try to do something to other people. So let me try to tap myself out of the situation, understand what's the benefit of me doing anything to this person. Let me, relax. Let me keep my mental strong. It's not worth it. So I like to just like step back a little bit. A lot. I do that, like not a lot, but like enough where I'm like, all right, I don't need this. This is not worth it. It's not going to benefit me anyway. So let me just kind of step back.
I just feel like, we're not aware of how much we take in as far as like content, negativity, energy. We don't know people's true emotions or their intentions with us, especially, online. Yeah. So we just need to all really learn to protect our peace. And I always try to preach that to anybody I meet. You know what I mean? Wherever way you see fit for your life, where it's safe and you're not just violating somebody. Protect my peace. Punch in the face. Like, you know what I mean? We don't need that one. Cop try to pull you over. Hold on, sir. I don't want to talk to you. Protecting my peace. We don't need that either. You know what I mean? So be grown.
And if I could just add on to that, I think it's important too that we realize, and this all goes kind of hand in hand, but we don't have to meet people where they are. Sometimes we're like, well, I'll meet you with whatever energy you have. If someone's coming at you with that negative energy, don't come down from like your throne. You know what I'm saying? To meet them in the alleyway. Stay on your throne and either help bring them up there or keep them right there in the alleyway while you stay there on your throne. You know what I'm saying?
Couldn't agree more. I could not agree more.
Yeah, the minute
Very
you
well
stoop
said.
down to their level, they beat you with experience, man. They know that
100%.
environment better than you do, especially when you've been up here your whole time.
Right. And now you're probably going to stay here for a little while.
Exactly.
Right.
Just looking at yourself and pity, like
looking at yourself.
Look what I done
Look
did.
at me.
I've been there. Been there. Look at how I done stooped. Felt great at the moment.
Right.
DJ, you're not getting out of the question. What about you? What's your answer?
So which question?
Your piece. How do you keep your peace?
Oh, it's my piece? Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the phone. I'm gonna put on do not disturb normally, and I'll just sit in my car. Man, I'll take 30 minutes, no matter where I am, and just sit in my car and just prepare my mind, even if it's before a show or before a concert, before I'm even hitting a stage. I sit there and I have to remind myself, why am I doing it? Why do I love it? Is it worth it? Is my purpose right? You know what I mean? And once I answer all those questions, I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm ready for whatever task I got to take on.
Love that.
Like it's just that.
I love it.
Aligning
mental
yourself with the
preparation.
moment.
Yeah, I love it.
F.M.I is a whole vibe, y'all. I hope
I
everybody.
can tell. I can't wait to have y'all in person. I can't wait to feel this vibe in real life.
Definitely. Likewise. We already felt Simone's. Her vibe is amazing.
Yes. And you need to hit a stage, man. Your next show, please. What kind of party? I don't know if you're gonna post this later, but make sure y'all go check her music out because definitely I'm gonna go listen to all that, and it's gonna be on VPR playlist, and it's gonna be like that.
Hey.
I appreciate you, dog. You guys are the best. I want to know who you guys are outside of each other, outside of VPR.
Okay.
Qiana, separate from DJ, F.M.I, whoever wants to go first.
Okay.
F.M.I take it.
All right. So, see, I was about to drop my government.
We saw it when you came in here. I was like, who is this?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know that man either. But who I am beside my passions and music, I like to spend some of my free time listening to audiobooks. I'm driving. I'm not gonna lie. I can't be sitting here. I'm an avid reader. I'm an avid audiobook person though. I drive a lot and I'll be listening. I love to snowboard in my free time. The reason being is the same feeling I get while DJing, where I'm fully focused and in that moment, is the same feeling I get from snowboarding, just focusing on my body, my breathing, and just staring at like what's in front of me. So like, I try to find things that can easily calm my mind because I have a stressful day and just balancing work and business is just it gets to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
It gets to you. That's who F.M.I is. Snowboarding, sitting in the car, having a nice legal marijuana smoke.
Okay.
And that's that, like
Yeah,
that.
that's the
Bob
real
Marley,
FMI.
listening to Bob Marley, right?
Thank you with my Bob Marley. Don't, and Curtis Mayfield. Don't sleep now.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
my
Qiana,
favorite song by him, the cocaine song. You know that
Oh
one?
yeah.
By Curtis Mayfield.
I'm thinking about Pushing Man.
Oh, I used to love
no.
that song back in the day.
Pushing Man.
I got an old soul, y'all. I'm
Everyone
let y'all
knows
know.
that one.
Oh, absolutely.
But Qiana, you can take it over now.
Yeah, so my life has a lot of moving parts, for those that don't know, I'm a mom of 6, but life has transitioned now because my older 4 are out of the house, so that's a whole different vibe in itself. I'm home with my 2 little ones, so my life consists of trading stocks, taking kids to school, doing homework, running a couple of businesses, and trying to get some sleep in between.
Super
VPR
mom. Say it.
yeah, exactly.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of balance, and just like FMI, I do all I can to protect my peace. I have lived by the do not disturb forever. As a matter of fact, most of my day, my phone is on do not disturb between these hours and these hours and these hours and these hours. And then if you're one of my favorites, you can reach me directly. But I really try to make sure that I stay disciplined. And then for me, the thing that helps me unwind is yoga, stretching, meditation, listening to classical music. And I'm not so much of an audio book, but I am a big reader. Actually, I think I had just pulled, I don't know what I did with my book here, but I'm reading Jane Eyre right now.
You got me looking bad, Qiana. You see now I gotta go pick up a book. I gotta get a library card in 2022.
I have a library card, bro. And the funny thing is, I think I'm the only person I know with a Purple Queen's library card. I've never seen anybody else with one, but I got one. Special limited edition. Everybody else is yellow.
How did you manage that one?
But yeah, I love to read. I love to learn new things. And I often listen to like Abraham Hicks and, different law of attraction and inspirational. Make sure I'm keeping my vibrations, because we all get those moments where it's like, oh, I can't, I have to give up, and I can't do that, because not only do I have to continue to inspire myself, I have to continue to inspire my children. I have to continue to inspire my clients. I have to continue to inspire our guests and our audience, right? We have to stay up here. So I do everything I can to protect that, so that what you're getting when you see me, CEO of Goddess Media, or you see me on my Instagram, or you see me with my partner and VPR Radio, what you're getting is not a facade. This is really who I am. You're getting this great energy and inspirational energy. People that have known me for years will be like, oh, she's been like that since she was a kid. You know what I mean? This is me. This is who I am.
Genuine,
and then
real genuine.
Yeah, very, very genuine.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah, you guys giving me a lot to sit with here and just reflect upon, I'm like, damn, do I really feel for this pod the way that you guys?
Yeah, yo, you know what I mean? It hits me. It hits me when I'm sitting there editing the same clip for like an hour, and I'm just listening to myself, listening to Qiana, listening to the guests, and there's certain interviews that just make you want to watch it, and that's when I knew, and that's when I know I'm on to. We just interviewed Dante Pope.
Pope, yeah.
I have watched that interview so many times because he said something. He said something, Qiana, that captured me as an artist and as a creative. He said, God, if I'm this talented, or if this skill is so easy for me, why is the execution part, or like the rest of it, hard, as far as like people just giving you that? He's just like, but you can't look at it that way. You have to look at it in a way of you're building your foundation and you're getting to that point. So, and he put it more beautifully, but check out the podcast. But that for me showed me why I love VPR, why I love DJing, because I still feel it. I still feel it when I leave the stage. Like, I don't care how small the stage is. I sit there and I cry in my car after, like, I did this for you, bro. You know what I mean? For my mans that passed away. I'm like, this for you. I had this company for you. I DJ for Telemundo for you. I traveled in Miami. I'm doing the Aruba EDM tours for you.
Yeah.
And that, that's my reason. I feel like with anything, you find your reason and look yourself in the mirror. And once you get that, nothing can stop. Nothing.
I love
And you
that.
got to be
I
like
love it.
that energy right there. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, like that energy right there, you gotta find it, man. You gotta tap into that passion.
Yeah.
Because I think too many of us are just kind of just getting by, and I don't mean
I feel
financially.
you. Yeah.
I mean just getting by emotionally, just getting by spiritually, just getting by physically, and not really tapping into what feeds our heart space, right? And what makes us feel good. And sometimes chasing the money isn't where it's at, because you can make the money and you can still feel miserable. Or
Mhm.
it's amazing, and then you can actually attract the money, and it
Right.
can follow you. The money will
Right.
Yeah.
follow you when you're following your passion. So I mean, the way FMI relays it, you got to know that he loves what he does,
Feel
and
Oh,
it.
for
it
sure.
shows.
You
It
feel
shows
it.
the quality of what he does. It shows in the quality of his work. It shows in the quality of his DJing. Like, there's no way you could look at him and be like, does he really like this? Nah, he enjoys this shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I eat, sleep, and breathe music. It pays my bills. It pays for my house. Pays for my cars. Hey, so look at that. Just for me, just learning something that I picked up as a hobby and
Yeah,
then loving it. It gave me back what I needed to, and at least gave me a
Right.
footing and a stance when nothing else did.
amazing.
Man.
It really is amazing. I love hearing these stories. I love hearing it and like seeing it come to fruition as well. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna do this or I want to do this. It's like, no, I'm doing this. Like, I'm getting this done. I'm
This
doing
is
it.
plan A. Plan A and plan
Yeah.
A. That's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
We only got one life to live. What you mean? I'm gonna just quit at the first thing, the only thing I want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to go do
Nah.
something someone else is gonna tell me to do. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Exactly. Right.
Like my mother told me back in the 90s, like get a sanitation job. You'll get a pension. Like,
Knock them for the people that have it, but it's
not
not
at
for me.
all. But that's not for me. Like, have you seen my
Yeah.
shoe collection? That's not even gonna work in a sanitation truck. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? I go home smelling like hookah from the club. I don't want to go home smelling like garbage juice. I
Oh,
don't like hookah already. Why am I smelling like garbage juice? Like, it don't work for me.
Yeah. It's choosing your stressors. I stress over something that I
Yeah.
love rather than stressing over someone else's dream any day.
That is where
It's
it's at.
definitely not in a garbage truck. My dreams are not in a garbage truck.
The pension is there, like, 20 years
pension is-
later, but I guess it's at the bottom of the
At
garbage.
that
I don't
point,
know.
it's like, what are
I'm
you
not
doing
trying
for
to
the
find
money?
out.
but then also it's like, are you choosing pension or are you choosing generational wealth, right? Because a pension means you're
Right.
locked to a salary that you had at whatever year you retired. And we know that with
Mhm.
inflation and with the dollar going down, I mean, look at Russia. Their money is worth nothing right now. And it's crazy because I said to my moon circle, I call my group, my family, my moon circle. I said to them maybe 2 weeks ago, I said, you see the way their money's going down? I bet you they start investing in Bitcoin. And then I just heard on MSNBC the other day that a lot of Russians are buying up Bitcoin. Why wouldn't you? Because your rubles or whatever, don't have any sort of value now. You've got to invest in something that's going to actually generate a return, and be safe to some degree, at least.
Wow. It's just so
I
interesting
agree.
in how these giant shifts and like the war and COVID and how we're making all of these shifts into Bitcoin, into like the creator space and all these things. It's just weird seeing it happen on such a grand scale. It's
Yeah,
literally like a new way of
it is.
economy.
We're living in it. It's kind of like iRobot, right?
Yeah. It's insane.
But I mean, it's been forecasted when you think about it. Like, I'm a very old soul, so I watch a lot of like old Alfred Hitchcock and Twilight Zone. I love Rod Serling and the way that he thinks, and so many things that they were professing, if you will, looking ahead in the future, we've done and surpassed. And for them,
Yeah.
they were like, oh, this is 2040 something, and we're doing this and that. And maybe not all of the space ventures and stuff, but like we literally have regular, normal human beings going up to space and back for no reason. You know what I mean? Just because they
They
can.
got money. That's the reason. I don't know about
Yeah.
that. That's the
I mean,
reason.
it is no reason.
I
I mean,
guess.
I just saw a thing that Elon Musk is like making an offer to Vladimir Putin for Ukraine.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah, he said he wants a box.
yeah,
Before I
something
hopped
like
on,
that.
he just said he wants a box Vladimir Putin. And you know what, America? Right now, I got time for it. So I'm only speaking America right now.
Wait, did you know that
Elon Musk wants to
Putin
build
is
a
a
car?
Libra? Did you know that, partner, that Putin is a Libra?
Don't tell me that.
Oh,
He said,
You
"Don't
see my
tell
whole
me
face
that."
change?
I need to look at his chart and see
Yeah,
what
I don't know.
know.
He the new Libra or the old one? You know the moon's been shifted.
No, that's what it is. His rising moon is in Gemini, like Trump, so it makes sense.
God, sheesh. Hey man, I just honestly, there's lives being lost, and I'm never for that. I'm never for anybody. No wars, and honestly, I understand that some things need to be fought, but what you're doing, Putin, I'm sorry, I'm not personally for it. But yeah,
No me gusta.
no. And now y'all don't got McDonald's. I don't even eat that, but y'all don't eat it no more. Like,
I don't have
you know what I'm saying? How you no McChickens and the money's down? Like, what you gonna eat now?
I think they don't let people have jeans over there either.
No
Like jeans aren't like an acceptable fashion in Russia.
Really?
But I could be completely wrong about that.
Wow.
The
I think I
influencers
remember
are
hearing that. I
crying
used
right
to work
now.
at
You know,
Levi's. I think there's a thing.
the world needs to have peace. There are aliens, honestly, right now. You know what I mean? We do not need to be bombing each other. We live on the same blue marble. At the end of the day, what are we doing here? But
And I'm gonna tell y'all now, alien friends, you know,
you're gonna see something fly back at me right now. I'm in San
go
Francisco.
for the ones that are creating the war, because there's a lot of us light workers out here doing great things. So we appreciate your aliens. And y'all can take Putin and Trump and all of them and like whatever you do with them. You know?
And Elon Musk, let them box. Let them box, you know what I'm saying?
I would like to see
Dave
that.
Chappelle trade where they were like trading Wu-Tang to the Chinese.
This is real life right now. That's what we're doing.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny. You guys want to transition to some questions? A question of the app? Let's see
Oh yeah,
what we
why
do.
not?
Let's get it. Ready? Describe one experience you wish you'll have in the future. So what's something that you wish would happen? I mean, wish is, a strong word, but what's something that you want to happen or?
Is an experience or like
Yeah, it says experience.
you want to buy?
Something I
Well,
would like to.
for me, and I would say for VPR, and I can't really say it because I'm working on it and I'm manifesting it and putting it together, like in the 3D and the 5D. But I'm really looking for this huge partnership for VPR radio. And I'm not even gonna say if, when we make that happen,
Yup.
whole game changer. So that is definitely a huge experience. And I'm looking forward to that meeting in the boardroom with me and my partner. We're like, yeah, we got your pitch and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, partner? And we give that look and we're like, Mama, we made it.
And I would break out into the slowest Millie Rock. The slowest one. You know what I mean? Right after the pen touched the paper.
The slow roll.
Me, I'm gonna answer next, but same as the Qiana said. I don't want to let any cats out the bag, but what can I say right now? I would like at this moment for War Peace, truthfully, is weighing a lot on my mind. I don't care as much parties as I entertain, as much events as I do, and the podcasting. People are dying, and that's really been playing a lot on my mind because I don't know where this country is going. So if we could have peace in the near future, that would be great. That's really what I've been thinking about because it's been taking a lot from me.
Amen to that.
Word.
I don't know. I still have to think. Mike, you go.
Experience. I've kind of talked about this on the pod before, but something I definitely want to experience down the road would be fatherhood. I mean, that's something that I'm definitely not looking. I don't want it soon, but definitely down the road. I don't. As like I said, I'm a fiance at the moment, looking to get married very soon. So,
congratulations.
That's an experience. Thank you. That's an experience.
And looking to hire F.M.I for your wedding, yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
I'm here for it. If I can make that day special, wedding. And that is beautiful, my brother. Honestly,
Yeah, I love love, man. That's everything.
Yeah, no, it's great. Everything is great in my corner. So that is definitely something that we've talked about. So, for sure. It's a continuous fight. Never will stop.
Right. It's gonna be a phenomenal father. That's going to be great.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
I guess, my experience would be just getting together like an EP, like 3 songs, calling it a day, so I can have something and, sit on it that I've done personally.
Hey, we need to talk behind the scenes after this. I'm gonna say so we could get that, to make that happen. Because this could happen by the end of the year if you're done correctly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm here for that. F.M.I for certain.
Love it.
All
right, let's get into the next one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Simone. I'm sorry.
It's
Go ahead.
okay. I was still like reminiscing on earlier, but it's fine. No worries. We can move on.
Go ahead. We can move on after you talk.
No, I was just saying it was good. I was feeling really happy about it. So like I'm excited. So I kind of want to just keep the momentum.
Yeah, you will.
You will, for
No,
sure.
you definitely will.
Can't wait to hear it.
Me either. Okay, now you can go. Thanks, guys.
Sure. All right, next one. Let's get it.
Okay.
What has been your greatest test, and what did you learn from it?
And that was such a hard one, man.
I know.
I'll go.
Yeah, for sure.
I was about to say, the hardest test I had to deal with is learning patience. I'm not patient. If I want something done, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna learn it to get it done right now. Not tomorrow. I'm gonna do it myself.
Right.
And I had to learn patience because I wouldn't have gotten this far in my career if I didn't learn that. And working with others and just because I'm a person, I'm gonna spearhead it. Let's get it done. I got the team. We good. I had to learn how to slow that down and actually work with others also, and patience, because it'll get you to where you got to be. You can't run there all the time.
Yep. I love that.
I would say for me, now that I think about it, it's probably the ability to release and like relinquish control, things that I can't control. And that's in everything, relationships, even with my children, they grow to be a certain point. You want to be able to teach your kids these lessons and say, okay, now avoid these things because they're going to be bad. You know what? They still might go and do them. So, and you got to release that, and you have to be willing to let them make their own mistakes, and still be there with them. Situations around you that you can't control, that I suffer from anxiety, so I was often, not anymore, thank God, but often very reactive to situations around me, which would lead me to having panic attacks and feeling like the world was coming down, and like I couldn't breathe and I couldn't speak. And I had to learn, like, I can't control what's happening. So whatever that is, the residual energy, I just got to let it go and just kind of go with the flow. I think a lot of times we try to fight the current because we're like, oh no, this is going to get crazy. You know what? Let it get crazy. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strap in.
Strap in.
Yeah, buckle up.
Go, wee!
I'm home.
Buckle up. I think I'm going through that same thing almost. Well, right now was my toughest time because I have severe anxiety myself. So I'm kind of just trying to like bring it all in, let shit go, and just stand still in the moment. And that's really important for where I want to go. So like my biggest focus is really just being like, how am I operating my relationships and situations, socially. So
making sure you're being responsible for you and not worrying about being responsible for all of the other factors.
Other people's.
All the other factors.
Yeah. And it influences performance too, or like having conversations, because like I'll get distracted by a thought because I saw something and I'm like, shit, now I'm out of whatever. But as I have been paying more attention to it, it has, died down or stopped so much so. But it is a work in progress for sure.
Yeah, you'll get there though. The awareness is that first starting point. When you realize you can start controlling things like that, it's a very powerful place to be. It's very transformative. So I understand your battles, sister, and sending you lots of love, lots and lots.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it,
guys. For me, I would say getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Very kind of similar to what you were saying as well. It's more like, life will throw you anywhere at any time. Like like you said, expect anything. So even like being just understanding, like when I'm uncomfortable, there will be benefits from that. I will understand or experience. There's things in the future that I can learn from being uncomfortable now. So that is definitely a test that I've learned. Like, I think the first time I kind of probably learned that was getting out of my bubble and like growing up in Chester, because we grew up in a really small town. So like once I left, it was really like not like eye-opening, but kind of just like I'm not comfortable right now, and I had to learn to adapt to that. And like at that moment, I didn't realize like it's gonna benefit me in the future, but like as time went on, I understood that like, wow, that really like I needed that in my life, like because now when I'm in situations where I don't feel comfortable or whatever, I'm like, okay, this is temporary. I know in the future it's like this is gonna benefit me. So just my greatest test is definitely being comfortable with being uncomfortable. I've learned that big time.
That's great.
Right.
Because those uncomfortable moments are when we grow the most, right?
100%.
How we completely are like a shot of water and we're like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? Adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It is. You
being in
can't
this
always
industry,
predict.
Yes.
that's the key word, adapt. You know what I mean?
Adapt.
You know how much
Right.
times me and Qiana have been somewhere and we're told that, hey, you have to interview this person, you have 5 minutes and you have to know their whole life.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm holding 2
Or
seasons.
they'll tell us you can't interview this person. We'll say, I wish we couldn't.
Yeah, all right.
What you mean?
I got time.
And we get
But
that
yeah,
in
you know what I mean? I feel like when it comes to this uncomfortable situations, something great lies on each of those experiences, at least with me, when it comes to DJing. So that's great that you're taking a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was obviously it was hard at the time, you know, even trying to understand it. But now it's like, I understand. You know, like you said, life will throw you anything at you. Just gotta adapt.
Right.
Yeah,
One of it.
Yeah.
love it. I love
Let
it.
'em
This
go.
has been a great episode. I am so happy that we have
Thank
done
you.
this. I wish it was a month ago when we were supposed to, but it is.
Here it is now, and it's amazing.
It's divine timing,
Exactly.
right? We can't control
Yep.
it, so we just flow with it. We go.
100%. Yep, we're flowing with it. I love it. I appreciate you guys coming on big time. And I can't wait to have you guys on in real life. That's gonna be great.
Man,
That's gonna be great.
I'm gonna come through there with some coffee and some champagne and some fruits because that's what we love to
We
do
have
here.
coffee. We have
Yeah,
champagne.
We have coffee
coffee,
and fruit. I'm just
coffee,
making sure. You said it was a coffee shop, so I'm like, let me come with some coffee just to, you know, feng shui. I was like, you know, respecting y'all feng shui. You know what I mean? I'm adapting. You know what I mean? I'll meet you
See,
halfway.
in real life, yo, man of his word.
That's fine. So if we want,
too. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, what did you say?
No, I
I'm
said we
sorry.
definitely got to get you guys booked for VPR too. This is a
Oh,
lot
for
of
sure. So with that.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
with
and I gotta
that.
bring a mic on bipolar confessions after our pod
yes.
on Sunday.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
please. We have some great
He does
conversations.
a show
man.
on Club.
I love it. I love it. I'm down. I'm with the moves. I'm with it. So how we conclude is we always say our goal for the next week. So in 7 days, what do you want to accomplish? Because we're recording on Monday. So by next Monday, what's something that you want to accomplish? It can be small, it can be large, whatever you want to. So.
Okay, so for me, by next Monday, I want to finish my current coursework I'm doing Google Data Analytics certification. And it's a month by month, but I'm knocking off like a month's worth of work in a week. So that's kind of where I've been, like in a week or two. So yeah, I want to knock out this month, this week.
Love it. You're going to get it too.
Oh yeah.
As for myself, you know, I have events lined up, but right now I'm just finishing over a tour that we have a Poison, and we're just waiting to get back the rider and what comes with the hotel that we're at. So once I see that and I got my little red M&M somewhere, I'll be happy when that tour bill comes back. So I'm just waiting on that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because hey, they gonna give us a rider. Hey, Qiana, they sent us the rider for the date on the tour, and I seen it, and I'm like, I could write what I want. I'm gonna ask them. Let me get just to test them. Let me get some red M&Ms. Let me see if they can do it.
Just the red ones.
Hey, and you know what I mean. So that's what I'm looking forward to. We're just finishing out on that, and I shall be touring in a month. So yeah.
So
yeah, you said you were gonna put down that you only want red M&Ms.
Yes.
Yeah. I heard.
I have beef. You want to know something? Because I had to fill out one of those rider requests for an artist, and they had those.
Yeah.
Got your site.
No, I don't know. This had a new rider, sir.
The damn M&Ms out the bag, like.
Yeah, I don't even, and the crazy part is, I don't even eat M&Ms. I just got time. I just need to know.
Yeah, we know.
Fly me out. I'm DJing. I'm gonna have the time of my life, and I want those M&Ms to be there after the show. That's all.
The disrespect F.M.I. He was like, I don't even eat no M&Ms, but they better be red.
Not at all. You're lucky. But yeah, so that's what I want to close out on, guys. But it's been a pleasure being here. I've been waiting to just have a chance to just be on this podcast ever since I've seen it. Ever since I met Simone, I was blown away by her energy. And Michael, I'm blown away by your energy too.
Appreciate it.
Guys, the viewers that are watching, please go and support this show. Go and check out VPR. Go and add my partner, Qiana the Goddess. And let's just keep this love train going. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I'm excited for the future, dog. Are we still doing our things?
Yeah, Simone, what's your goal?
Look, I'm on the song, so I'm gonna just get it mastered this week.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
You go send that over. Let me get a little sneak peek.
I will.
VPR.
I will. I'm sending you guys right now.
Like, no pressure, no pressure.
And
I
for yourself,
will.
Michael, what do you want to accomplish
And
this
Michael,
week?
Definitely, get this venue picked out. We're gonna see at least one more this week. So if we can get that picked out, that'd be amazing because we're in that process still. So I mean, we got it pretty much narrowed
yeah.
down, but like there's still like those little kinks that we gotta hit. So if we can get this venue, that'd be amazing.
Hey, make sure you sit down with that chef too. All right, because that
Word.
matters. Seriously,
Word.
it really matters on how these
Word.
weddings I'll be setting up, and yeah, but
Word.
And
Nah,
holla at
good
F.M.I. I'm telling you, his entertainment company is everything.
Oh,
When
for
is your
sure.
wedding?
Yeah, so I was gonna say we're looking to do like spring 2023, so like a little over a year,
Okay.
year, 2 months,
you
3
got good
months. So
time then.
yeah, I got some time.
And,
So yes,
okay. And I'll definitely send you over my
Ooh.
site after, so you can
For
check
sure.
out our 360
Yeah,
photo
no,
booth.
for
We have everything.
sure. Yep.
So you can think of
For
lighting,
sure.
anything you think of.
I
All right.
love it. I love it.
Marcus, and listen, let me tell you, that man can cook. Okay.
Yo,
Shout out
shout
to
out
Chef.
to him.
Ooh.
Yes.
Shout out to Chef
Word.
Marcus, man.
I
Amazing.
might have
All
to
right,
get
so
married
if you
after
guys,
I see the package.
right?
And I was just making a joke. I was
I was about to say the wrong person gonna watch him, be like, let me DM her right
No.
now.
Weak. Word. You kind of did, but if you guys want to plug anything else, let them know. Talk to the people. Tell them about like anything you guys want to plug.
Yeah, so you can find us every single Thursday. We're live from 11 a.m. Eastern until 12 p.m. We're streaming live through www.bprradio.org, or you can follow us at bpr_radio. I'm Qiana the Goddess, Qiana. My partner, DJ F.M.I. I own a consulting company where I can help you get your branding together, or if you need any sort of like professionally written materials, you can hit me up for that at goddessmedianyc.com. And partner?
Partner, you said it all. All I'm gonna say again for the viewers: follow What Kind of Party podcast right now. Follow what kind, and I'm gonna keep saying it. You know what I mean? And all of man.
Yeah, for real. This is
I
love, man.
appreciate y'all
that, guys.
big
Thank you
time
so
for
much.
coming on. Thank you so much. I can't wait to continue this in real life, in person. I can't wait.
Definitely,
It's
guys.
for
right.
real.
Thanks for having us. Have a
Awesome.
fantastic week ahead. And shout out to your entire audience. You all are dope and keep vibrating high.
Thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Peace.